Hello everyone, in this video we'll see how to create this torn paper collage that you can see in here using Adobe Photoshop. But before we're gonna do that, make sure to subscribe and comment and leave a like. Alright, so let's get to it. Okay, so let's go and open Photoshop and let's create a new file. Let's put actually a square dimension. So I'm gonna put 3000, or let's say maybe 2500 by 2500. And let's keep the resolution 72 RGB in color mode and I'll press OK. Alright. Now, the first thing I want to do is to create a solid color. And let's set it to dark 5% brightness. And I will press OK. And I will delete this background. And let's name this background. Or a new background. Alright. And I want to delete this layer mask. Alright, so the main idea in here is to have two torn papers that I have in here actually as a PSD. So let's go ahead and open it. As you can see, I already created these 6 torn papers, and I have the frame of the paper, if that makes sense, which is this torn paper. So this is the paper itself, and this is the frame. All right. So the reason why I created it like that, because I want actually to make a selection of this paper without having the frame in here selected, so we can put it on top. So this way we can have the image in here inside and then the paper on top of it. That would be easy to do. All right. So I will make sure to upload this for you guys. If you want to follow along, you can have it for free. All right. So let's go and actually select all of this frame with papers. So I will make sure to select torn frame first, and then I will go down, and by pressing and holding Shift, you can see I can select everything. Now I will move it to the other tab, just like that. And I can see a white dot in here. I don't know which one is this. Maybe it's this one. Yeah, so let's select it and let's erase it. All right, now we have all the frames. So I want actually to apply a layer mask using a selected area of the frame and then apply it for our pictures. So let's go and open the picture that we'll be using. It will be this one for me. I will open it in a new tab, and then I will use the rectangular marquee tool, and I will make a square selection just like this one with the face only, just like that. All right, and then I'm gonna press Ctrl Command C to copy, and let's close this and this one too, because we don't need it. And then Ctrl Command V to paste, or Ctrl Shift or Command Shift V to paste it in the center like that. All right. Now let's take this image down, maybe on top or down the paper 6, and let's call it image 6, if that makes sense. And then I'm gonna create 5 copies of this. So I'm gonna press Ctrl Command G, but actually first let's place it where I want, maybe just in the center like this. All right, now we can go ahead and create copies of it. So I'm gonna press Ctrl Command J 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Now I have 5 copies. So this one, it will be number 5, and this one number 4, and this one 3, and this one 2, and this one 1. All right. Now I can assign each one to its frame. So it need to be down. All the images will be need down the paper. All right. So I will go and select image 2 and put it under the paper 2, and the same for the image 3. I will put it under the paper 3, if that makes sense. and image 4 under the paper 4, and the same for image 5 under the paper 5. I hope you are following along. Now we'll hide or make this invisible, all of them, and I will only have the image 6 visible, so we don't have a mess with the whole thing. Alright, so I hope that will make sense for all of you. This is quite simple, where you can just assign the image with the tone frame and the paper 6. Alright, now let's go and create a layer mask for this to be visible. And to do that, we need actually to load the selection of the paper 6 by pressing Ctrl Command. I will one click and this will load the selection, not the frame 6 selection. I want the selection of the paper. Alright, now we'll go to the image and I will apply a layer mask, as simple as that. Now the reason why you can't see the image, because we have the paper on top, as you can see, and that's very important to have it on top, because we're gonna go ahead and change it to soft light, and this way you can have that really nice paper texture on top of it. Alright, so we have the image 6 available. Now I'm gonna select the 3 layers and let's group them actually, and let's call them 6. Alright, it would be easier to select later. Alright, now I'm gonna make this visible, the 5, and I will do the same. I'm gonna press Ctrl Command and one click to this paper 5, and then I will go and apply it as a layer mask to the image 5, and again I will change the blending mode of this to soft light, and there we go. We have them set, and again I'm gonna group them and let's call it 5, and I will keep doing the same. Alright, as you can see now we have 6 groups, so this way you can easily just select a group and move it the way we want it, just like that. Alright, so now we can go and collage this where we want. So let's start with this part where the hair is. So we'll put it just maybe a little bit in the middle, just like in this area. And I will want to select this one, number 6. I want it to be a little bit up. That's right here. And the number 1 a little bit in this area. And we can go and change the position of the image if we want. But now I think it will work very good. So let's go to the group number 2, and this one I will put it just right here, maybe this one a little bit inside, and number 3 is this one. So I'm just gonna take it and put it just in this area. Yeah, something like that. I think it will work. And this one, it would be number 4. We'll take it and put it just right here. And number 5, it will be as inside a bit in. Okay, maybe this one I will put it a little bit inside. Alright, something like that, and I can go back and change this if I want. So let's start with the group number 1. I will open it, and for me to change the image only, I have to link the image from the layer mask. And to do that, you can just one click on this layer mask and then make sure you are selecting the image, and then you can take it and put it wherever you want, and then go back and unlink it. For us, when we want to move it, we can move everything together. So we'll do the same with number 2. I will unlink the layer mask, and then I can move this a little bit on top. And number 3, it will be this one. This one, I think I will unlink the layer mask, and then I'm gonna select the image, and I'm gonna press Ctrl Command T, and I want to make the eye a little bit bigger. Yeah, something like that. Alright, and now we have a different resolution for the images. Now we'll go to the number 4, the group number 4, and I will unlink the layer mask again, and I will move this actually to be only focus on the face. So I want it to be a little bit down where the mouth is, and again I'm gonna make it big, just like that. maybe a little bit bigger. All right. And again, I will link it again. And number 5. Again, I will unlink the layer mask from the image. This time I want to follow the feature of the image. Maybe, yeah, something like that. And the last one will be number 6. So I will go and open it. And again, unlink the layer from the layer mask. And this one I will just move it. I don't have to make it bigger. And there we go. We have a really nice collage of torn images. All right. Now, the next thing that I want to do is actually to apply a drop shadow. I don't have to apply it for this number 6, so maybe only number 5. So let's see if I apply it on the group itself, what will happen. Yeah, I think it will work. What I did is I select the group and then I went and opened the blending options. So, and then apply a drop shadow. I'm using black as my color with normal blending mode. And I'm gonna use only my cursor to put the shadow where I want, somewhere around here. Maybe I will put it a little bit down. Something like that. I think it will look interesting. And I will do the same for the other group. So just to give it a little bit of dimension to the whole thing, I think it looks really cool. Now I will group everything, all the group, I will make them as a group, if it does make sense. So I'm gonna select the group number 1 and press Shift and hold it and select group number 6. And then I'm gonna press Ctrl+Command+G and let's call this papers. Now we have everything set as a group. Now I can press Ctrl+Command+T while I'm selecting the group and make it bigger if I want. Yeah, something like this. Alright, now I want to apply some textures on this. So I have the texture in here. So I'm gonna start with the paper texture. So I'm gonna take it and open it in here. And let me rasterize it. And I'm gonna change the blending mode of this to soft light. And I will drop down the opacity quite a bit to like 25 or 30%. Yeah, something like that. And then I will go and open this vintage texture. And again, I'm gonna change the blending mode of this to soft light. Yeah, I think soft light. And I think I will keep it 100%. Or maybe drop down the opacity just a little bit. 80%. Alright, now I'm gonna make a copy of this paper texture by pressing Ctrl+Command+J. We'll duplicate it and put it on top. And I will change the blending mode of it to multiply. But I'm gonna actually press Ctrl+Command+T and I will rotate it just like that to have it set differently from the other texture. And I will put up the opacity to like 50% for this one. Alright, I think it looks really interesting like this. Now I'm gonna group all these textures together. And let's call this texture. And then I'm gonna apply some adjustment. So I will go and apply a gradient map. I will select the gradient and I will change the black to a dark blue color, something like this. And the white, I will change it to an orangey color, maybe a little bit lighter, something like that. Alright, and I will press OK. And then I will put down the opacity quite a bit to like 30% to give it that really vintage look. It looks really cool. Maybe a little bit more down to 25%. Alright, next I will apply a color lookup. So I will open this loot and I think I will apply the Eterna 250D, this one. And again, I will put down the opacity to 30% or 20 just to have a subtle color. Maybe it's a little bit strong, maybe 20%. Yeah, something like that. Next, I will apply a level adjustment, and I want to apply a little bit of midtones and play with the tones a little bit. Yeah, something like that. Let's see the contrast. Now it looks much better. Now maybe I will put it 50%. Yeah, I think I like it like that. Now the last thing I want to add is another texture on top of everything. It's this grungy border. I will put it on top, and then I'm gonna change the blending mode of it to either screen, or if you want it strong, you can put it to linear dodge. For me, I would keep it screen, and I would even drop down the opacity a little bit to 60%. And that will be our effect, as you can see. So I hope that you enjoy and you like this video and it was a little bit helpful for you. Don't forget to subscribe and comment, and wait for more to come. And have a nice day. Thank you for watching.